Shadows on the silver screen, MKUltra's grip on Hollywood's mind. What if the fairy tales that lulled you to sleep as a kid weren't just stories, but subliminal scripts designed to shape your subconscious? Picture this, a cartoon mouse scurrying across your TV screen, innocently peddling consumerism and blind patriotism, while hidden frames flash messages to obey authority. Or a Hitchcock thriller twisting your psyche with hypnotic vertigo, unknowingly testing CIA techniques for breaking the human mind. From the whimsical worlds of Disney to the shadowy suspense of Alfred Hitchcock, declassified documents whisper a nightmare. The CIA's MKUltra program didn't just dose unwitting citizens with LSD, it infiltrated Tinseltown, approving scripts, dosing dreamers, and embedding mind-bending cues in the blockbusters that defined generations. Was your inner child reprogrammed? Let's chase these flickering ghosts through the archives, where real meets real espionage, and uncover how Hollywood became the ultimate lab rat for America's secret war on free thought. The Mind Machine Awakens, MKUltra's birth and Hollywood's hidden door. It started in the smoke-filled bunkers of the Cold War, 1953. Project MKUltra, the CIA's clandestine crusade to conquer the human brain. Under Director Alan Dulles, the agency poured millions into over 149 subprojects, LSD-laced interrogations, electroshock hypnosis, sensory deprivation tanks, all aimed at crafting the perfect Manchurian Candidate, a puppet who could be triggered to assassinate, confess, or conform without a trace. Declassified files pieced together after Sidney Gottlieb's 1973 shredder frenzy left only 8,000 survivors, reveal a web of 80 institutions, universities, prisons, even bordellos turned safe houses, for dosing Johns with acid-spiked drinks. But why stop at labs? Enter Hollywood, the ultimate delivery system for mass suggestion. Through Operation Mockingbird, a parallel CIA psyop exposed in the 1970s Church Committee hearings, the agency embedded assets in newsrooms and studios, scripting narratives to sway public opinion. MKUltra blurred the lines. A 1955 CIA memo, unearthed in the National Security Archive, gushed over film's hypnotic power, lowering consciousness like hypnosis, to plant subliminal seeds via flickering lights and sound waves. Vice President Nixon, eavesdropping on these tests, reportedly pushed for subliminal tech in espionage flicks to enhance identification and suggestion. Suddenly, the multiplex wasn't entertainment, it was an unwitting amplifier for mind control. Disney's Enchanted Eclipse, cartoons as covert conditioning. Walt Disney, the maestro of magic, wasn't just building empires, he was forging alliances with the shadows. Declassified OSS files, MKUltra's wartime precursor, show Disney Studios churning out Weswu 2 propaganda reels like Der Fuhrer's Face, 1943 Oscar winner, where Donald Duck drills anti-Nazi slogans under a hypnotic goose-step beat. Post-war, the ties deepened. CIA veteran Bob Broughton, who animated Snow White and Bambi, moonlighted in the OSS's field photographic branch, blending live action with trickery to deceive Nazis during D-Day. False landing footage that saved lives but honed skills ripe for subliminal sleight of hand. Fast forward to the 1950s. As MKUltra ramped up, Disney's Cinderella, 1950, and Alice in Wonderland, of 1951, dripped with themes of altered states, hallucinatory tea parties, dissociative dream worlds, mirroring the agency's LSD trials on volunteers at Stanford and Hollywood fringes. But the real chills? Rumors in declassified fringes point to script tweaks. A 1960s CIA liaison, per Mockingbird leaks, allegedly vetted Disney's The Rescuers, 1977, for embedded frames flashing obey, or consumer cues, echoing MKUltra's Subproject 68 on subliminal audio hypnosis, and the urban legend of lost nudes in the film. Conspiracy or cover, files hint at test screenings where acid-dosed focus groups reported unseen urges to buy Mickey merch. Disney's empire, from Epcot's total immersion, rides to Pixar's emotion-manipulating CGI, feels like a playground built on Gottlieb's playbook. Distract, dose the dopamine, dictate the dream. Hitchcock's hypnotic hooks, suspense as suggestion. Alfred Hitchcock, the master of the MacGuffin, wasn't spinning yarns in a vacuum. He was threading CIA needles. Declassified cables from the 1950s show the agency courting him for psychological operations, with MKUltra's hypnosis wing eyeing his films as real-world beta tests. Take Vertigo, 1958. Scotty's obsessive spiral into illusion, gaslit by a staged suicide, eerie parallel to MKUltra's trauma-based programming, where subjects were fractured and rebuilt via repeated deaths in isolation tanks laced with LSD. Hitchcock's script doctor, CIA asset Boris Inkster, who allegedly slipped in subliminal cuts. Freeze frames of spirals syncing with vertigo-inducing scores, designed to trigger dissociation, per a buried 1956 memo on cinematic mesmerism. Thrilling twist. North by Northwest, 1959, featured a crop duster chase that doubled as a nod to MKUltra's rural safe houses, where actors like Cary Grant, rumored to have been consulted on set, mirrored unwitting subjects dosed mid-scene to capture raw panic. Declassified notes from Subproject 94 reveal CIA shrinks analyzing Hitchcock rushes for suggestibility indices. How long before viewers felt the paranoia seep in? And The Birds, 1963. Broughton's effects wizardry, blending real crows with matte hypnosis, allegedly hid audio pulses to induce migraines, testing mass psychogenic illness. Hitchcock quipped it was pure fiction, but the master's knowing wink in interviews suggests he danced closer to the dark side than we'd like. If these cinematic shadows, where your favorite flicks flicker with forbidden code, have you second-guessing every rewind, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Behind the Veil Truths, for deeper dives into the declassified reels that rewrite reality. The acid reel dosing stars and subliminal strikes. The plot peaks with the Hollywood elite as lab rats. MKUltra's Operation Midnight climax wasn't just San Francisco hookers spiking drinks. It spilled onto backlots, where aspiring starlets and method actors gulped vitamins that were pure LSD, their breakdowns filmed for behavioral logs. Ken Kesey, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, author and Grateful Dead muse, volunteered at Menlo Park, VA, Subproject 42, emerging to flood the counterculture with acid, unwittingly amplifying MKUltra's chaos to fracture the 60s youth movement. Rumors swirl of Marilyn Monroe's final days. A script consultation gone wrong, laced with barbiturates masking agency interrogatives. Her diary scrawled with mind control, please before the lights went out. Subliminals struck hardest in blockbusters. The Manchurian Candidate, 1962, greenlit by CIA script vets, embedded flashing cards, kill Kennedy, syncing with brainwashing scenes, per 1963 files tying it to Subproject 136, hypno triggers. Even Disney's Sleeping Beauty, 1959, hid auric pulses in the spindles, allegedly boosting suggestibility to Cold War conformity. As tested in MKUltra's film hypnosis trials, by the 70s shutdown, Hollywood was a hall of mirrors. Stars like Robert Redford, anti-war activist, dodging consults. That felt too real. The final cut, reprogramming the American dream. MKUltra's Hollywood haunt didn't end with the shredders. It evolved into today's algorithm age, where streaming suggestions nudge us like digital dosings. Declassified echoes scream one truth. Your popcorn palaces were propaganda projectors, scripting obedience one frame at a time. But what lurks in the latest reboot, Subliminals for the Surveillance State? If this mind melt has you scanning your Blu-rays for hidden horrors, hit subscribe on Behind the Veil Truths. We've got more unspooled secrets from the spook files. Who knows which icon's innocence will shatter next?